Welcome back, everybody. Antdogs log 202109.06. Last time we put the tank droid together, or at least the base chassis to it. Check it out, check it out. We put that together on the last show. It ran a little long, way too long, about a lot. So we're gonna go down a lot on this video as far as time goes. I'm gonna try to keep them between 7 and 15 minutes for you guys. That way they're not so boring. Anyhow, I got the electronics out today, so let's play with that. I want to start by talking about what's here, just real briefly. This is just a prop. Pretty much, I found all these things on the internet and smooshed them together because I thought it'd be cool for me to use it to learn how to make the videos more than what the project is. Yeah, so just really quickly, let's go through the electronics. I'm going to talk about all the different devices that are on it first, real quickly. And let's start with the brain. I got the brain in this box I downloaded for the Nvidia Nano. It's a killer little single board computer. Has lots of I/O pins for sending data in and out to different things. USB, video, the whole bit. Yeah, so the main brain is going to be the Nano. And it requires 5 volts to power it, and then you can send USB signals out, or actual I/O pins. But very useful, pretty cool little bugger. A lot like a Raspberry Pi, but more dedicated to video processing, which is really good for AI, computer vision tasks where it has to see something and identify it, kind of thing. Yeah, so that's going to be the brain here. On the back, it's just 2 stepper motor drivers that drive stepper motors. So you can check that out on the overhead cam there. Yeah, excuse me, stepper drivers, stepper motors. Alright, let's put that aside for a second. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is this other electronic box. This one's going to sit farther down in the chassis, and I've basically got all the power feeds run into it, battery power and whatnot. And in here, check it out, here is an Arduino Mega. And this USBs to the Nvidia Nano main brain that I just showed you. And also in here I've got a buck converter. All this does is it takes 24 volts in and kicks out 5 volts on the other end. It might be hard to see. Let me show you with my light. Right there I'm pointing on the light. That's just a shunt for measuring amperage. It's actually a 100 amp one. It's way too big, but way overkill, I guess it would be a better way to put it. But it's what I had, and all this is just made with stuff I had laying around, stuff I could download just so I'd have something cool for a practice video. Yeah, so that's the 3 main things that are in there. There's actually, one more thing in here. This is a servo driver. I really like these. You can plug up to 16 servos into them, and it powers the servo, like arm servo, head servo. It'll power the servo and control the servo, and you just got to run serial bus back to the main brain, which is the Nano in this case, or it technically could be the Arduino as well. But in this case I have it actually running back to the Nano because I need to keep as much space for the Arduino Mega, because it's going to power all of the it's going to control the servo drivers. And there's several of them because this bot has a robot arm and it's got tracks that I keep track of where they go. The Arduino Mega, you also will run the sensors. We're going to be using ultrasonic sensors to keep the tank from hitting things. So that's all again going to come into the Mega here. Yeah, so everybody's going to be pretty busy. So I like to have the servos off on these 16 slot drivers. And it centralizes all of those. It makes it a lot nicer. There's also one of those 16 servo driver boards here in the robot itself, if you can see that guy there. But that's actually specifically for all of the servos on the bot, the arms and the head and whatnot. And this servo driver here is specifically going to be for the fingers and hands on the robot arm that's going to be on it. And yeah, so that's pretty much most of the electronics package. It's all powered right here, so I got power coming in. It's just a real quick switch. This switch also serves as a protection. You can basically set some pins in it, and if it senses your voltage getting down below 18 volts, it'll cut all the power off before you get too low and start burning out equipment. A lot of electronics especially will burn out if you get too low. So that'll protect you there if you forget, fall asleep, leave the bot on, it's not charging. Over here is another bit of electronics. I talked about the shunt in here, oversized 100 amp shunt. It measures the amperage draw, and this is the readout for it, so you can see what the voltage is and how much power you're using. I had that laying on the shelf, so I threw it on there. It's actually designed for a much larger circuit, but there it is. Use what you got and you will not need what you have not. So yeah, and so that's all the electronics. That's all I really wanted to do in this video, is talk about what's in it. I'm gonna go ahead and put it together in the next video so these don't get too long. And yeah, thank you for watching these practice videos. I know they're a little slow and kind of choppy and whatnot, but I'm trying to figure out the whole flow of it. That's why I picked this device. That way I wouldn't have to figure out also building something while learning how to do the videos. I could just focus on trying to figure out how to do the videos and put this little thing together. But yeah, thank you guys, and on the next episode we'll go ahead and put the electronics on this guy here.